The city of Muskegon needs a new police chief, and tonight a crowd showed up to meet the only candidate. 13 on your side's Andrea Flores is here now with what we found out about him. Andrea?
Juliet, Vincent Acevez took questions from the public. He's the only finalist after Grand Haven's Director of Public Safety, Jeff Hawk, withdrew from consideration. The Chicago area police officer answered questions from the community on a variety of topics, from community engagement to racial profiling.
I really wanted to see what our new police chief possibly was about.
Michelle Tyson was one of dozens of people Tuesday night wanting to hear from the man being considered for the city's open Director of Public Safety position.
I needed to know what his thoughts and what his views are, especially about racial profiling, because we have a lot of racial profiling here in Muskegon, and it hasn't been addressed, and it needs to be addressed. And our youth gang problem is also increased.
While she and others in the crowd were satisfied with Vincent Acevez's answers to their questions, they wish there were other candidates there too.
It would have been a good balance to see what both of them was all about.
I like Vince, but I really think we need to search a little bit more and get other candidates.
Acevez has worked in law enforcement for about 25 years, mainly with the Cicero Police Department outside of Chicago. He's worked mainly in gun violence and drug problems, prioritizing community collaboration.
That allowed us as an organization at the Cicero Police Department to have unbelievable results in terms of lowering our violent crime numbers, in terms of impacting and affecting young children's lives in the community.
He believes that connecting with at-risk youth and improving communication with the public can help bridge that gap.
I've had the same cell phone number for 25 years. I give it out to everybody. When you respond to people, when you communicate with them, and when you're intentional about following up, that goes a long way towards building trust.
Early on in his career in 2003, Acevez was part of a federal lawsuit where a family accused him and 3 other officers of bursting into their home and beating them. It was settled by the city of Cicero, and 2 independent reviews later exonerated the officers.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Community members also called on Acevez during the meet and greet to acknowledge the lack of trust between police and the black community.
The relationship between black folk and the police, like people who are willing to explore that are going to, ultimately be more effective.
City Manager Frank Peterson says the city is not planning to expand their search, and they expect to make a decision about Acevez within the next day or 2. If he takes the job, he'd start sometime in late April or early May to replace retiring Chief Jeffrey Lewis. Juliet?
Andrea, we'll continue to follow that. Thank you.